Shall we begin, everyone? Thank you. So there's some weather issue in this area today. In the I think I've been having classes from quite a long time in the evening today. So this is probably a request there. In case there is an audio video issue or any other problem that you face during the class, and please let me know. That's because of the weather here. There's some lightning and rain going on. That can be the reason that the internet speed has been compromised at any point of time there. So just let me know about the same in the comment section so that we can proceed further in a proper way. है ना? चलिए, let's begin with the class and talk about ABFM, Advanced Business and Financial Management. अच्छा, today I'll be talking about a very interesting theorem there. पता है? There is a particular person called, we'll be talking about the management and we're talking about the theories of management. In terms of this part was left in the last class. I was dealing with the levels of management. What do you mean by level of management, everyone? Can you see the pyramid there? As a student, I had asked my teacher somewhere down the line that, sir, why is this a thing called a pyramid? Can you review this? There is something called top level, there is something called middle level, there is something called lower level. Under this is also called platform. Okay? Platform means it includes all the particular workers. The workers who are working are covered under platform. Then you have top level, middle level, and lower level. Top level determines the strategy of the organization. They look at the future of the organization. They determine the way the organization is going to look. They are the leaders. Then whatever they decide, that is simplified by the middle level. It is simplified by the middle level. And then it goes to the lower level. Lower level means these people are looking forward towards executing what the middle level has already made for them, right? So when we talk about this area, top level is involved in thinking. They are the brain of the organization. Middle levels are the ones which interpret. And these are the ones which supervise. And these are the ones which are ultimately production involved people. Ultimate production involved people are the platform levels. Kindly note this point down, everyone. This will help you a lot in understanding the entire area of management. When we talk about the top level is known as the brain. But can you see why is this up like this, everyone? Why is it a triangle, or you can say the pyramid form? Can you explain this point, everyone? Why is this portion a particular triangle or a pyramid form, which is by the name it is known as? Correct, sir. At the top level, you'll always find very limited amount of people. This includes MD, directors, chief executive officers, MDs. All these people are a part of it. In the middle level, you will find the departmental heads. For example, finance head, production head. All these heads are working at the middle level. Then comes the lower level. Lower level consists of supervisors, foreman, section officers, superintendent. Basically, these people are looking at the platform level. They're doing nothing else. The number of people who are taking care of the workers are more. The middle level people are less because they are ultimately the brains of the departments. But the brain of the organization is a very limited bunch of people. That is why it's in the form of a pyramid there. Right? Very good, Kapil sir. Okay, starting with this comes another particular theory. This is overall a theory of motivation there. What do you mean by motivation, everyone? Before we move forward, what do you mean by the term motivation? It is taken from a Greek word, mover, that means to move. But in a general way, what do you call motivation? Getting very limited answers, everyone. Motivation means to pursue it, to influence someone, to let them become a part of the organization. Acha. For example, you are a part of the organization. You're a part of a bank. They persuade you that pata hai, we are paying you a good salary. Please focus on your work. The salary that you are getting is your motivation. Every single month, we are looking forward towards a salary day. It's a motivation. If I work hard in the gym, that's because I am motivated that I want to become fit. If I say that I would be staying up late today because I have work to do, that means I'm motivated. So, motivate is an inner feeling, but it can be extrinsic as well. So, if we talk about motivation, it's intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic means it comes from within my heart. If I come up and say that I am working hard because Niharika wants to improve on something, that is my intrinsic motivation, internal motivation. And someday I look at your salary and your facilities and I'll be like, Arre, they are providing this much amount of perks and benefits to the bankers. I want to do this. If they have a car, even I want that particular car. So how do I get it? By working hard, by doing a particular job, by opening a business. Let's do it. Right? That is what they call it as motivation. The motivation here, it is extrinsic. I saw something that other people are having and I'm not having it yet. I want that particular thing, so I run towards it. That is extrinsic motivation. But pata hai, there's a particular person called Abraham Maslow. Abraham Maslow gave a particular theory called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. According to him, the needs are based upon a certain way. Acha, let me talk about the basic thing that is there. If I have to teach, my basic purpose is to teach there. But why do I teach? Can I come to you someday and I tell you that I teach because I love teaching? It can only be the reason there. If I love teaching, then the first thing that you will say, why aren't you teaching for free? Hai na? Then I'll give you the reason. They'll say that I love to teach, but I want to work. Why do I want to work? Because I want to earn my own food, I want to earn my own shelter, I want to earn my own clothing. The very first thing that a human being needs is food, shelter, and clothing. These three things cannot be skipped. Can you say that it's fine if you don't have a home for a day? It's fine if you do not have sleep for a day. It's fine if you do not have food for a day. It would be fine if it's just for a day. but not more than that. Human being needs the basic things. We need food, shelter, and clothing. The basic things of humans which cannot be eliminated at all is roti, kapda, or makan. That is food, shelter, clothing. These are physiological needs. You cannot suppress these needs. That is what we call it as the physiological needs. It includes breathing, it includes the food, then the basic things of life. We need sanitation, we need cleanliness, we need a particular place to live. When it's raining, we need a particular shelter where we can grow up, right? This is what we talk about. These are physiological needs. Then after the fulfillment of the basic needs, as soon as I thought that array I want to work, the first thing is, have I eaten properly? Because I can focus on my work only when I'm not empty stomach, isn't it? Think about it. While teaching, I'm thinking, array, I'm feeling hungry, Acha, I need to go and eat something now, let's go and drink something now. That means even if I'm motivated to teach you, will I be able to do that? I don't think so. Why? Because hunger will take away my energy. The need for hunger will be stronger and stronger as I'll be getting exhausted. Then I'll be cursing myself. I should have eaten before starting your class. At least I wouldn't have lost my focus. That means these are physiological needs. Humans start from physiological needs. Roti, kapada, makan can never be eliminated. So according to him, first is physiological needs. The day I have food in my stomach, I have house as well as I have proper clothing, I am done with physiological needs. Then I want a ray. Yeah, I have got a good house. But I have got good food today. And at the same time, I have got a good clothing for the day. But is it possible that I have it every single day? You said yes, you can have it, ma'am. That is called safety needs. Safety needs talks about what? The safety needs talks about whatever physiological needs are fulfilled today, they are fulfilled on a daily basis. That is what we're looking forward towards, safety needs. Then after safety comes the love or belongingness needs. A person will always look forward to food, shelter, and clothing. Then he'll pray, Kash, I hope I get this particular shelter, clothing, and food for every single day. That's safety. Once he's secured about that, array, I'm getting this house, I'm getting a particular job which is permanent. There is safety. Then you look forward towards love and belongingness. Now, what do you mean by love and belongingness? Love and belongingness means I have got food, shelter, clothing. I want a family now. It is all safe and secure. That is why in our country we always say now, once a man starts earning, it's time to get him married. Why? Because he's now safe enough. Now he can cater his love, right? So basically, love and belongingness needs comes to be the next level. After love and belongingness comes the esteem needs. This is a need where he has got his peer. There's a peer group among whom he's standing. Now he wants to increase his level. The people among whom he's standing. Now he wants to reach to another level, that is called esteem needs. Esteem needs means the confidence, achievement, that is a respect among others. Basically, the people I'm standing among whom I want to be a little above them. I've got people whom I love, but I want to be above them. That is esteem needs. And last is self actualization needs. Self actualization needs refers to those needs where you have got everything in your life. You got money, you got a family, you got everything that you were looking forward to, a good business even. But then there are people who are still looking forward to, what do I do now? So they open up various NGOs. They look forward towards a new product. For example, Tesla. If I talk about Meta, the new name of Facebook, these organizations are basically built up by people. They got physiological needs done. They got safety needs done. They have love. They have esteem. All these things are sorted. But why are they still looking forward to the thing? Because their hunger for creativity is still there. Their hunger for growth is still there. That is self actualization. When you realize that there is a growth that is required. ठीक है ना? The first point is physiological needs. Second is safety needs. Third is love and belongingness. Fourth is esteem. And last is self actualization. So you're looking forward towards morality, creativity, spontaneity, problem solving. You want to grow further. That is self actualization. So first of all, you look at the roti kapda makan, then you want it to be there with you every single day, then you want love and affection. Once you've got a good group, then you want to be above them. And the last is you realize that this is not the end. You still want to pursue something more. That is the self actualization needs. This is what Abraham Maslow gave. There's one particular problem with Abraham Maslow's theory, everyone. Can you tell me what are the defects of this particular theory? A very basic defect is there. Maslow's need hierarchy theory. So it states that humans will always look forward towards things in a particular hierarchical order. Nobody could think of it? But then the basic thing that is missing in Maslow's need hierarchy theory is how can you decide that there is a hierarchy in human beings' way of thinking? I might be hungry, but still preparing for an exam because I might be looking forward towards physiological needs, but I still have an esteem need which is unfulfilled. I might be hungry, but I still want to meet my family. That is where physiological needs is compromised, and I'm still looking forward to my love and belonging needs. I might be hungry right now, but I still want that particular shelter. That is where I'm looking forward to safety. How can we define a human being having a sequence? Can you and I think in that way? Kapil sir, that's correct. The priority of needs will be different from different people. We do not share the same hierarchy. I know people who would say, I don't like food, I'm just eating it somehow. I never feel that hungry that I need food. So their physiological needs are not very, very strong. They might be looking forward to something else. There are genius people who will say, you go and ask them, have you eaten food? They'll be like, "Arey, I was looking forward to food, but I haven't had it yet." That is where you have these kind of needs. Basic needs are something that people really forget about, Rekha ma'am. When you are too motivated towards something, I think in many of my examinations, I went empty stomach. I always just carry my water bottle and I'll go through the exam, even if it's an evening exam. So till 5 o'clock, I'll be having a fast, and I don't even remember that. This happens with many other people there. So basically, Maslow's need hierarchy theory was way too rigid in terms of hierarchy. We do not share a hierarchy in terms of the needs. It can be anything because human nature is complex. Okay, that's the point where Maslow's need hierarchy theory falls behind. Okay, now with Maslow's need hierarchy theory, there, what is that particular way of thinking through which management came out? Management came out because of classical or traditional school, but there was a time when there was industrialization. Industrialization took a very beautiful turn, or I can say a major um, breakthrough came because of the world wars. During the world wars, the production was booming. Inflation was also booming. People didn't had much there. Once they started making money from the wars, they were losing money from the wars. They were the countries were hit by inflation. They were losing resources. So many things were happening during that period when people were working. Now, I was not a human being. If I would have been in the industrialization era, everybody who's working would have been assumed that just like machinery works, the person is also working in the same manner. Actually, tell me, everyone, on an average day, I can say I spend around 8 hours in the working. I spend around 8 hours in making the classes and taking the classes. Will it always be 8 hours every single day? Won't there be days where I'll be just working for 6.5 hours? Won't there be a day where I'll be working for 12 hours? Will this happen or not, everyone? This will happen. Basically, at the same time, I can get tired. I can become unwell. I can feel emotionally terrible at any point of time. That means, how can we say that human beings are going to work in the same manner every single day? How can we compare a machine with a particular person? I can leave my laptop and my chair here and it won't interact. but you leave me with a particular person. For example, Rekha ma'am, the moment I'll meet you, maybe would be sitting aside and I said the word CIB, you are also sitting there. The moment I say the word CIB, even if you don't know me, you'll be like, Acha, you are also thinking about CIB? Yeah, this is what is happening. Human beings will tend to talk to each other, will socialize. Industrialization point of view was more or less production, production, production. They didn't really take care of human beings. They were just looking for defects in the product. They were looking forward towards more production. They were looking forward towards economies of scale. That means production in large quantity to reduce the cost. So basically, the problems they were having were having an integrated and centralized system. They had greater emphasis on production. They had concentration on errors and their rectification, assuming the employees' continuity irrespective of organizational changes. We are looking forward towards the employees' continuity. Then, based on accounting model, we look forward towards accounting model because they were all about shift, shift, shift. Decide the particular money we are giving to the laborers. It was all based upon that, giving equal weightage to different types of jobs and employees. Do you really think equal weightage should be given? Can you really say my job and the technical team that is taking care of the work, our job is same, importance of our jobs is same? It will never be that way. We'll work together, we will coordinate, but both of us have a different importance. Why? Because if tech team is there, it's impossible to start my class. If tech team isn't there, then with the particular weather outside, with the instability in the net at the moment, it is very difficult to conduct the class. But I can contact the tech team and take the class. And if I am not there, the support of tech team is not there. It, why? What would be the use of it if there's no teacher teaching? That means traditional schools had major problems. Then came the neoclassical or behavioral school. They said it's high time you understand that the traditional school had a major problem. And what was the problem? The problem was the traditional school was believing that the humans were equal to machines. Okay? And this is where the behavioral school said. Now the point is, when we talk about the machines there, humans are not machines. This is where behavioral school sets consider humans in the behavioral thought processes as well. Now, how can we take it in this way? That the way we are looking forward to it right now. Then this school of thought started thinking about motivation. They thought that motivation was extremely important because without having that motivation, how can we work? Right? Now, when we talk about the neoclassical theory, they started focusing on motivation. So, where would you put Abraham Maslow? Now, when we talk about the focus on motivation, motivation is basically a part of it. So, Abraham Maslow's theory played an important role here. He was among the neoclassical behavioral theory models there. They started looking forward towards different persons get motivated diversely. This is where they said the point there. We all have different ways of getting motivated. Probably one of us would say, I want money. That's why I work. Probably the other person says, I want money, but I want professional growth as well. If I do not get the professional growth, I know my money will not be there permanently. So I want professional growth. There would be someone who says, I am currently focusing on professional growth only. Once I am professionally grown up enough, I know money will come to me. So basically, in this case, the point that will arise here is there would be different persons taking growth differently, motivation differently. Then, for efficiency measurement, communication is a critical point. You have to communicate what exactly you're looking forward to. The organizational performance, teamwork is essential. The thought has to be two different perspectives, human relations and physiological or in the psychological perspective there. If we look forward to it, human relation perspective is basically the perspective where we look forward towards the way a human thinks. So basically new classical people started thinking about humans altogether, you know. Done, everyone? Done, everyone? Please confirm. Done, everyone? Please confirm. Done. Any doubts still here, everyone? Can you differentiate between classical and neoclassical? The classical people believed in industrialization, they were stuck with that thought. While the neoclassical started people thinking about humans first. That's the core difference. Here comes a particular theory which is covered here that is given by Douglas McGregor. It's called X and Y theory. Acha, have you seen an X, everyone? X looks like this and Y looks like this. X is quite negative term to look here. It's a cross, so it's a no. And if I look at Y, it's a yes. है ना? This is the way you can learn the Douglas McGregor's X and Y theory. Under X and Y theory, we have theory X, which says there's a particular person who doesn't like to work. He's least motivated to work. He really doesn't have any initiative. He doesn't really have that feeling that he should work in a proper manner. So you can say that theory X strongly believes that the particular person is not interested in working. He is always lazy. He has to be supervised in the work there. So theory X, in terms of that, the people believe that authoritarian style has to be used. That means you will have to put people to work. They don't want to work. You have to order them, you have to direct them, you have to review them, you have to be tight in terms of the work there. So no development produces limited depressed culture. You are working because you are given work, not because you are interested in work. That's the basic point of this particular process. ठीक है ना? Got the point, everyone? Done, everyone? So basically, McGregor believed that there are certain people who really don't want to work. They are just looking forward to work for only one purpose. That is, when we look forward to theory X, these people are not interested in working. They are just doing the work because there's someone who's looking forward to them. For example, I was on a genuine note in the school time. I would prepare my notes only because of one particular reason. I'll prepare my notes because my teacher was always looking at my notebooks. I had to get them checked. Once the particular thing stopped, I stopped making my notes altogether. Right now, if I look forward towards my own studies, probably I'll end up marking things in the book itself. That is, I'll be covered under the theory X. I'm not someone who will be looking forward towards doing something without supervision. You know? That is what we talk about theory X. Then there is something called theory Y. What do you mean by theory Y? These people are self motivated. Now the point comes is, even though I'm not making my notes, I'm still studying. I still make my own notes, which are there in the book itself. There are sticky notes and everything as I'm doing. Basically, theory X believes that the person is not motivated enough to do things on his own, while theory Y believes that nahi, people really want to work on their own. So in this case, what happens is management pushes the staff that staff kindly work. You have to work in a proper manner. You have to do the reporting. There's a tight control. I'm telling you what to do. There's a clear direction. There are multiple things that I'll be telling you in the rules and regulations. While in terms of theory, why they say staff is taking the initiative, it goes to the management. Sir, we have a new idea. Sir, we are looking forward towards an innovative way of working. So it's a liberating and developmental control is there. Achievement and continuous improvement achieved by enabling, empowering, and giving responsibility. So basically, in this part, is the staff itself is motivated enough that they want to work. They want to look forward towards their own working. For example, nobody's asking you to prepare for CIB, especially starting from this month itself, but you are starting it. That means you are looking forward to it. This is very good. Put up yourself in the theory why. But there are people who are like they don't want to study. Their parents, their family pushes them. Nahi, 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 pado, pado, pado. You have to study. That is, they are a part of theory X. They don't want to study on their own. So you have to decide in which part would you fall, right? Done, everyone? Any doubts in this area? This is a theory by McGregor. He believed that there are certain people who are not motivated enough. They have to be controlled. The people who are motivated, they'll be doing work on their own. Their output will always be better, right? Because if the people are doing their work on their own, they're working and their output and their growth will be way better than the ones who are doing it under pressure. Then comes Herzberg's two factor theory. Kindly note down the other name. It is called motivation hygiene theory. The other name of Herzberg's two factor theory is motivation hygiene theory. What do you mean by motivation hygiene theory, everyone? Acha. Let me give you an example. Will I work at Adda by saying that pata hai such a good lighting at Adda? I think as a teacher, I think I've got the best lighting in this organization. I can study and I can teach in a very easy way because they have very good lighting. Can I say this? Can this be the reason that I want to work at Adda? Kapil sir, Sunny sir, everybody else, Rekha ma'am. Do you really think you will go to your office just because the particular office is having good infrastructure? Will you go to the office just because of these things? Correct. This the answer would be no. When we talk about the motivation hygiene theory, na, this can never be the reason. But what if I say first part is lighting can never be the reason that I'll feel satisfied with my job. But the point is, if there is poor lighting, will I work at Adda? I would come to you and say, Pata hai, every day I'm having headache. There is so much work, and at the same time, the organization doesn't provide proper lighting. The problem is there is no proper fan there, there is no proper infrastructure there. This can be a reason that I feel demotivated towards going to the office. But this can never be the reason that I go to the office. There are two different things, everyone. One thing is hygiene factors. These things, their presence will not motivate you, but their absence will irritate you. While there are certain things, their presence will motivate you. If you say that, ma'am, do you know the topic that you are dealing with right now? It is beneficial. You can make a niche and you can earn a lot out of this. I'll be like, Acha, there is a possibility of recognition. That is a motivation. I look forward to it because I feel motivated. है ना? So the first point is when we talk about this area, influenced by motivator factors. First is achievement. If you have achievement, you are motivated, you want to do it. Recognition, people are looking forward to responsibility as well. If you will see the CEOs of the companies, they are working because they feel terribly motivated that array there are so many people working under me. I want power. That is, you want responsibility and accountability. Then work itself, it's a motivation. If you don't like your work, after an hour or two you'll be like, I don't want to work, it's too much. That is what nobody wants to do, right? The work itself is motivating. Then comes advancement. If you can see you can grow in your business, that is where you put your heart into it. Then we have personal growth. If you see I can have personal growth, then I'll try to do that work. That is a part of job satisfaction. These things are motivators. This will make me do extra task. But there are certain things which are absent, then they will irritate me. For example, working conditions. If in my office there is no water provision, in my office there is no proper AC, not even a proper fan there. In my office there is no proper furniture. I won't be able to work in the office. That means working conditions are not there. I will not feel motivated to the work. Right? That is something that will lead to dissatisfaction. But the presence of beautiful chairs in the office, cute looking desk there, will not motivate me. Then comes co-workers relations. If I have good co-worker relations, I might feel satisfied with my work. Chalo, I have a peer group, but their absence will not really be a motivation. Their presence will not be a motivation, but their absence will be an irritating thing. I would like to leave the job when I don't have friends over there. I'll be like, I don't even have a single person to whom I can talk to. Then policies as well as the rules. We're looking forward towards policies as well as rules. The rigid laws can be a problem. Normal laws can never motivate me. That cool, the organization is having a point where they can provide me a point where even if I'm late, there's no issue. This is a point where I'll feel, acha, I'm satisfied with my job. But if they are very loose, that can never be the reason that I feel motivated to work in that organization. But they, if they are rigid, they say, ma'am, if you are supposed to start at 9, you have to start at 9. That is an irritating factor. Then comes supervisor qualities. The ठीक है? Then comes the supervisor quality. The supervisor is looking forward towards me. His presence will not make a difference. If he's good, then it's fine. But if he's not good, then I'll be dissatisfied with my job. And then comes the base wage or salary. Surprisingly, wage is a part of their presence and absence, will not motivate me. Why? See, if I work every single day, if I'm working hard, you are also working hard. If I say you're working 8 hours a day, normally every banker is involved in the office at least 8 to 10 hours. If you're working for 8 to 10 hours a day, then don't you deserve a salary? That is why they say salary is not a motivation, it's a right. But the absence of a good salary is a job dissatisfaction. Presence of a good salary is not a motivation. If you'll see among the people who are growing in the world now, presence of a good salary is not a motivation. Presence of advancement of job, your career growth is basically a motivation. But having no money in the pocket and having a good amount of work, what will happen? You'll feel dissatisfied. Arey, what should I do with this particular job when the salary is not good enough? So their presence will not make difference, but their absence will create a trouble. Good evening, sir. Right? So, got the point, everyone? Motivation hygiene theory, all clear? Rekha ma'am, Kapil sir, Sunny sir, everybody else? Ananta ma'am? Please remember the names of the person who has given these theories as well. That's a bigger problem, that in the examination they can also ask you who gave this particular theory. In the case study, they can come up with this kind of question. So you will be baffled at that point of time. So it's way better whenever we are dealing with any specific theory now, you write the name of the person itself as well. Make quick notes and note down, acha, this person gave the theory or that person gave the theory. It takes a lot of time. If I can teach you this, I have gone through these theories as many times I can think of, starting from my bachelor's to my master's to my studying area, qualifying for the examinations, and then even the part of teaching. So I won't say I learned all this in a day or two. It took me good amount of years to become an expert in this, right? And that too came by writing things, because we were supposed to give these examinations and all, so I used to write and everything. So make sure you are also doing that part. ABFM will look very easy if you have quick notes, because on the day of the examination you don't have to look forward to different classes ki nahi, nahi, let me find in which particular class Niharika ma'am said that this particular topic has to be done. You have to note it down. That is what even I did while taking online classes. So I'm just giving you a few tips there. I think this is where I'll end it. Good amount of things are done. So I'll just give you the tips today and we'll call it a day. Number one, note down the date. Note down the date today. Keep a particular diary kind of thing, in which, if you are not someone who likes to make notes, there are many people don't like to make notes. Write the date today. Write the topic that we did today. Plus, if there's any specific thing that you learned in the class is not there in the PDF, then make a hashtag and make a note of it. If in the class I did a specific model, models are basically extremely confusing because you don't know the name of the person, you have to remember the gist. Just note down the name and the gist or the summary of that particular model. So on the day of the examination, if I want to know पता नहीं कौन सा वाला टॉपिक था, which particular topic I wanted to learn, and which particular part of the topic I'm looking forward to, anything which you found difficult to learn, mark it on that particular day. In this particular sheet itself, write this part is difficult, I want to review it again. In this case you will never have a problem on the day of examination, because when you'll be starting with your preparation day before examination na, or a week, or you can say there are people who start around 15-20 days before the examination. Considering the fact you are working as well, it's good. So when you are doing all that part, you will have to make sure that you will make a hashtag, and you remember that array on this particular date we did this part. Go to that particular class, review that particular time where you wanted to do that particular topic. In this case you don't have to trace down on which particular day I did which particular topic, and especially something that you wanted to review again. Got the point, everyone? This is a really good way of working. You don't have to make big amount of notes. There is no need for having a voluminous amount of notes. No, just keep this diary with you. Make a timeline that on this particular time at this point, that is 12 hours and 12 minutes and 14 seconds, ma'am told about this particular topic. Just write 12:14 and note down the topic. If there is a particular numerical that you found difficult, write down the timing. At 13, you can say at maybe at 30 minutes. So 30 minutes and 36 seconds, I started with that particular topic. Find that particular topic after the completion of the class. Once you get the video, look at that particular topic and write down the timeline. In this case you will not face a problem when you are looking forward to revision of only that particular topic. So you can just look at the 10 minutes 15 minutes video and then you are done with it. Then you can read the remaining PDF and you are sorted for the day. This will help you a lot. As a student I had done it a lot too. Then I used to remember the sequence as well in which the teachers were teaching that particular topic. So all those things could make sense if things are in a sequence. Thank you so much, Rekha ma'am. Considering the fact that you are working, you have lesser time. At this point of time, I cannot expect all of you to work for 1 to 2 hours at this point of time daily. Considering after a certain period of time, you'll be spending 4 hours only and only on our classes. 4 to 4.5 hours of classes plus 8 to 10 hours of your studies, 8 to 10 hours of your office, right? This is for studies for the classes that are going on. 8 to 10 hours for your office, and at least 2 to 4 hours goes into domestic work and the family responsibilities that you are catering. You are all human. You have to remember that part too. Now, how can I say that no, no, you have to give 4 to 8 hours for ABFM in every day? So these tips will help you to reduce your timing at least to less than half. So start keeping a particular notebook exclusively for ABFM and write down the topics there. And in any case, if I say hashtag, this is important, I'll just specify hashtag, right? And I'll ask you to note that point down. So just note that point down and get done with it. Okay? So you will remember a hashtag means this is something important. Done, everyone? Right? Okay, so I think this is where I'll end the particular session with. So in the next class, keep a particular notebook with you, keep a pen with you. As a student, I still believe in using highlighters so that I remember which particular part is really important. While going through the class itself, keep the highlighter with you so that you can actually remember that part. Your homework, which you'll do today, will help you by the end, because right now just only one subject has started. When other subjects will start, the another level challenge will come up. right? So before that challenge comes up, be prepared for that part and start doing that bit, not only in my subject, and try to use it in other subjects as well. You'll see you'll save a lot of time because you'll be having the blueprint of the entire number of subjects. ठीक है, you can always buy a particular there are 4-in-1 books as well. That is spiral binding, classmate has started giving it. This is not a paid advertisement, but this is a good way of looking forward to it. Have that 4-in-1 or 5-in-1 notebook, and divide it into different days, and then for every single day, write the date, note down the topic, write the date, note down the topic. This way every single subject would be sorted in your hands. ठीक है. So I think we have done a good amount of heavy theory topics today. So I'll be ending it here. But please remember the particular theories that we did, and also note down the person who gave those theories. McGregor, then Abraham Maslow, as well as I think in your syllabus is one more now. Eldorfer, ERG theory is not there. The second thing was Eldorfer is not there. I think we are done with Hertzberg's theory as well. Huh? We're done with Hertzberg's theory. So we did 3 theories today. Note down the names of the person and the summarized form of it to remember it in a better way. Okay? So that's it for the day, everyone. I'll be meeting you tomorrow at 9 p.m. Thank you and bye bye. And for the PDF, please make sure you go through the recording. With the recording, there will be the PDF of the class. Okay? Thank you. Good night.